What up, what up, what up? It's RJ Fantasy Football talking. We back again. Hey, we had some scheduling problems yesterday. We'll get into that. But hey, we here this week. We here on Thursday. Special day for you.
Hey, we here and enjoying a little bit of this. Hey, touchdown. Well, singular in this game, but
Yeah.
hey, one touchdown beats the last couple of weeks. So
Oh my gosh, there's been some
yeah,
horrible Thursday night games the last couple of weeks, boy. I tell you.
terrible is the right
Oh,
word. Yo,
definitely. So,
how'd your fantasy week go last week?
it went not good. I was 1-6. So, I mean, it's
Yeah,
been a struggle, but I'm in all my leagues. I mean, I'm one game out, two games out. You just got to keep pushing, man. It's a long season. We still got some games left, so we good.
it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So even
Yeah,
at
we
week
good.
7, you're not out of it. You might be
No,
hurting.
no.
You might be hurting at week 7, but you're not
Yeah,
you're not technically out of. Well, if you're 0-6 at this point, maybe you
yeah,
might be
yeah.
out of it.
You
You
may.
might be done. But if you're at 3-3, 2-4, even it's still anybody's game. My week
Yeah,
wasn't great. I went 6-1 the week before. This week I came back down to earth. I was 3-4. I was 3-4. But I'm still undefeated in one of my leagues, at least for now.
yeah.
That might change this week. But it's been a good, it's been a decent year. Good is the wrong word, but it's been an all right year. Yeah,
I mean, bad weeks coming up. A lot of
yeah,
people got injuries,
a lot of it.
so that could help you out a lot for real. To be honest with you, if you playing somebody with a bunch of bad weeks,
That's me this
so
week.
we'll see.
I
So
apparently threw all caution to the wind regarding week
yeah,
7. I have so many teams that are out of it. so
yeah,
I'm and that, and like you said, injuries, because I've got
yeah.
I've got some injury problems. I had first pick in a lot of leagues, so as you guys may imagine, I got a lot of Jonathan Taylor
Tell them.
teams, and they are not doing good things. Welcome Orlena Lewis to the show. She said she lost both of her games last week. I would like that comment. I used to like when I see stuff, but I can't like that. That's sad. I feel for you. I feel for you,
Yeah.
especially because I know some of the losses that she took. And welcome Carla to the show. She's celebrating because the Steelers are back. Right? she told us.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give her credit. I got to give her credit because she told us not to sleep on the Steelers, and yeah, they did it. So I'm proud of them. I'm mad my man Kenny Pickett's out, but he should be back this week. Welcome Keisha
yeah,
to
he
the
playing this week.
show as well. WFFL coming in deep from the giddy up. Welcome.
Oh
I
yeah,
hope everybody's doing all right. Not only did the Steelers win, but Carla won this week. I noticed her league as well. So congrats on both of your teams doing their thing
good.
this week. So I'm not mad at that at all. So
So
how about your 49ers though? I'm gonna start the
I
show now.
mean,
I'm coming.
I told you, man. It was. I was telling somebody it's a trap game
Uh huh.
for one because they probably was looking towards the
They're
Chiefs
looking for the
instead
Chiefs.
of yeah. I mean,
Look
and
past,
to me it
right
was
past the Falcons.
yeah. They looked past him. I said it was a trap game,
Uh huh.
but I also what I've been telling you the whole time is if we get down by 14 points or 21 points, defense ain't playing well, running game ain't playing well. We can't win the game because Jimmy can't win us the game.
Yeah.
I've been saying that. I mean, I've been saying that for years. Nobody want to listen to me. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if you get a big, even a 14-point lead, and we got
uh
to kind of fight to come back, you can't rely
It's
on
tough.
him.
It's tough coming back
Yeah,
to
it's
that.
tough. Yeah, with him trying to he threw the ball 41 times.
Yeah.
That is not a recipe for winning for us.
No, no.
So he got to throw the ball 25 times minimum.
But
I mean max, and that's
but
it.
he threw to Brandon Ayuk, so I appreciate the love, and I hope he
I
does it
appreciate it,
again this week.
but I mean he missed
yeah,
Brandon Ayuk in the second
yeah, yeah. I
half.
mean, well,
So
he's still Jimmy G, so
yeah,
he's gonna do Jimmy
so
G things. But from my fantasy perspective, I need Brandon Ayuk doing work, and I think he's gonna get
me
work this
too.
week. He's gonna have to because he's gonna. You think it was bad last week? They're gonna have to throw
It's
the
getting worse
ball
this
this
week.
week. Keisha unfortunately took her first L in the WFFL last week, but 5-1 is still good. So
That's a good record.
yeah,
But this year,
you in
definitely.
good
All
standing.
this,
So yeah, that league is really interesting. I was looking at their draft when it was going down. It's like, intriguing, and it said
yeah.
exactly that. So good luck to
I,
whoever comes out on top. I'm rooting for 13 seconds of Grim, but I have to.
I, I mean that, but
You're
this
welcome.
this league this league's been wacky. I mean, this year's been wacky, man. As
Yeah,
far as just players getting hurt, players staying out too long when they
yeah,
get hurt. I mean, just come back. It's football. I mean, come on, man. Get your life together. But it's cool. Everybody, you'll work it out. Like I was telling you earlier before we
yeah.
got on, if you win
This,
this year in fantasy, you deserve to win
yeah,
for real.
you,
So it's just been crazy.
the
So
players are making you work hard this year.
way too hard,
But
man.
speaking
So
of hurt, Carla's asking about Lamar Jackson and what's the deal. There's two stories with Lamar Jackson. I think we should get into. One, just him,
yeah.
his play and everything, and two, and we'll start with two. Deshaun Jackson's coming to town. What do you think that does for Lamar? What do you think that does for the Ravens? And are you picking up Deshaun Jackson?
No, I'm not picking up Lamar
What?
Jackson. I mean Deshaun
Desha-
Jackson. Why would I
Lamar.
pick him up? No, 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 no. I mean he's 36 ish.
Yeah, he's
I
up
mean,
there.
so
I actually
I
thought he
don't.
was older. I was having that discussion with our producer City earlier. I was like, ain't he like almost 40? And
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
36.
but I
So
thought he was a lot closer though. I thought he was actually at 40, if not over it. So
he talking about playing 2 more years and all this stuff.
okay,
I'm not.
yeah,
He might have one good game and then he's gonna go back to being
yeah.
Deshaun Jackson. I'm
He
not.
had what, two good games last year, and
And then he
you
dropped the
never know
wide
when
open
those games are
pass.
gonna be because he here's the funniest thing I saw someone talk about that Lamar Jackson's gonna get to throw to the same guy Donovan McNabb threw to, and like think about how much time has gone by. I'm like,
My
get out
gosh.
of here. But we'll see. They need some wide receivers there because it's hard to get wide receiver action. But I don't think Deshaun Jackson's gonna help too much. Uh,
I mean, Bateman's coming back this
yeah,
week. I think. I think
hopefully,
Bateman's coming back.
hopefully,
They saying he
I
practicing a
need him
little
back.
bit.
Yeah, he's been practicing, so yeah,
So
it's tending towards him playing, and hopefully he comes back with a vengeance. I told y'all last week I need him to take some of Devin Duvernay's work because I have Bateman in a couple of leagues, and I need that. I need that love. Um, but talk about Lamar Jackson himself. He has like a hip injury, I think, so he was like limited or something today. Um, we were talking about this before the show too. It's that time of year where everybody's hurt,
everybody's hurt.
everybody's
Yeah,
questionable, and unfortunately, it's going to be that probably the rest of the year.
pretty much.
I don't worry too much about your injury reports until Friday. If someone's not practicing Friday, then I'm getting scared. So
Get a
we'll
little
see.
worried
Yeah,
then.
you get a
Yeah,
little worried, but I'm not too concerned about Lamar. But I know his play needs to pick up. He started the season on fire.
yeah. Kind of slipped off a little bit.
Yeah, so
Just a little bit.
a lot
I
of
think
it,
he. I
a lot
think
of
he'll
it.
be all right though.
Yeah.
I think he'll pick it up. He Lamar Jackson.
Hey, if he wants this money, he better pick it up because
I think yeah. I think
you,
he'll be
you
all
ain't
right.
gonna get the guaranteed contract the way he's played the last few weeks. But hopefully he does better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think he'll be all right. I ain't too concerned with him. I'm actually starting to like Lamar a little bit now.
you should, as you
Because I
should.
think he started out good. And I want him really to get his money because a lot of quarterbacks getting money that don't deserve Russell Wilson. But that's just another story for another day.
Oh, I still side with Eli. They should have given the punter all that money because, or the kicker,
Somebody
some kicker on that team deserves money, and the person is not named Lamar. I mean,
should have given it
not
to
named
somebody.
Russell
Look,
Wilson. Yeah, but since you mentioned Russell Wilson, let's talk about that game. Um, Melvin Gordon and Latavius Murray, Mike Boone. Are you touching that backfield?
no,
Yeah,
no, because I mean Melvin Gordon had a conversation about, hey, why ain't the starter? We need to have this and they talked to him.
yeah.
He said, hey, I'm starting next week, but I don't
They
think
said the
nothing
words.
changes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he
I don't see how Melvin Gordon was, the dude with Javante Williams there. Javante Williams goes down, and they say, "Nah, we're gonna
they
go Latavius Murray."
Yeah,
And at
they
first it was
you pick
like
him up.
is he injured? And it was like, nah, it wasn't an injury related. And they asked the coach Hackett, did he do something wrong? He was like, nah, he didn't do anything wrong. We just what was his words? We didn't have the plays, or the number was like
First of
was
all,
a
Hackett is not a good coach. Hackett is a
horrible. Is the
horrible
word you're looking
coach.
for? Yes,
Yes, he's a very bad coach, and they gave him a job that he didn't deserve, to be honest
at
with
all.
you. So, and I think he was feeding off, if I'm not mistaken, he was feeding off what from the Rams, right? Because he came
Mm-hmm.
from the Rams,
Yeah,
came from the
if I'm
Rams,
not
and
mistaken, I think so.
and he didn't deserve that job. I don't think he was he was the mastermind behind that offense because he would have brung it there. So they just gave him the job for some reason. I don't know. I think it's
Yeah,
crazy, but
we'll see how long he keeps that job, but not the
oh,
way
he'll
he's
keep
going.
that job. Come on.
We got a first question in. My mother says that the Jasper Lewis, the senior, is telling her to keep Dallas defense in. They play against the Lions this week. Would you go with that one? Also, with
Nah.
Dak back, how do you feel about this being Prescott's return to glory?
Well, I think Dak got something to prove because everybody want him out of the lineup now
And ain't that a
because of
good
Cooper
team to
Rush.
come back to?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I think honestly, Detroit is not that bad of a team,
yeah,
and they're getting all their players back this week. They're getting most of them back
yeah.
anyway. Marcy Brown coming back. Swift should be back this week. So I don't. Dallas is good,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're thinking about fantasy wise and even like just like garbage time.
Yeah,
Detroit pick up a lot of points in garbage time. So I don't know if that's a good defense to play, to
yeah.
be honest with you, because they're going to pick up points in garbage time, in my opinion. But
I love playing Dak Prescott this week because
yeah, definitely.
That Lions defense doesn't exist and everybody puts up points against the Lions. But the Lions offense, like you said, has been putting up some. Now Dallas defense is good, which I think will sort
Mm-hmm.
of limit uh, how good. Because I have a team with Jared Goff as my quarterback, and I am looking to replace him because I don't want to. I
He
don't.
said, I'm looking to
I don't.
replace.
He's my Jared Goff is my backup quarterback. My real quarterback in that
Yeah.
league is out on a bye this week, but the replacement I have is Jared Goff, and I'm trying to decide: am I going to gamble on Goff, or against that Dallas Cowboys defense, or am I going to replace him? And I'm leaning heavily towards replacing him. I do I play what I say there's worse defenses this week than Dallas. Um
I'll get it.
I'm trying to take a look at the WFFL. I don't see a better option. So
What's left in there? I mean, the Jets got a good matchup. The
to
Jets.
give you an example, the highest ranked defense for projections in that league is the Las Vegas Raiders as far as who's
Oh, no, that
available.
ain't good.
That ain't
Nah,
good. So yeah.
nah,
So yeah, yeah. I'm
no.
gonna say I agree. Start the Cowboys and cross your fingers that Jared Goff doesn't go crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, welcome Nita to the show, and she's also given the welcome to the women at the WFFL, which she is also a member of. She had some. Oh, I see her bragging down there. She had some wins this week. Went 2-0 in that league, and then in another league in Atlanta, the comedy club league. So she beat her Lowe, who's in
yeah,
one of
love,
our
yeah.
leagues. She beat him this week, and she took down our producer in another league in the WFFL. So Nita's team is coming to life this week. So we'll see how they follow it up. So,
Oh,
but
definitely.
there's some people new to fantasy football that are having good years and enjoying it, and I love that. I it's a fun. It's frustrating, and every week I wonder why I still do it, but it does have a lot of
I
fun
mean,
moments.
you've been doing it for over 15 years. I mean, geez, why
Yeah,
would you not want to do it?
why wouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Come on.
you want to give any props to any players from last week?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some quarterbacks. Matt Ryan, 42-58 for 389,
Yes.
3 touchdowns. Great work. We had a good game last week. I mean, not a good game, but an excellent game last week. Josh Allen,
Yeah.
27-40 for 329, 3 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, 25-40 for 338, 2 touchdowns, 2 interception. That was a really good game, by the way.
Disappointing to me
Baylor,
though, because I was expecting more points, and the crazy part is
I
Tony
mean,
Romo called it out. He said it was not going to be as high scoring as people thought, and doggone it, he
I
was
mean
right.
defense though.
Yeah, defense.
Defense came to play.
Yeah.
Bailey Zippy, 24-38. I'm sorry, 24-34, 309, 2 touchdowns. Joe Burrow finally made a sighting at 28-37 for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. But that was it was a good game. It was a defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely a game that you could sit down. It was
Yeah.
competitive. And you don't really get too many of those nowadays, especially with good teams like that. So I thought it was a good game myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Very impressive. One of the players you mentioned though, Bailey Zappi, the backup for the Patriots, who is
He,
I if you're Bill Belichick, are
keep the
you
job.
okay?
Keep the
Are you
job.
welcoming Mac Jones back with open arms?
Nope. Because Matt Jones is limited. He's limited
Yeah,
in what he can do. And I think Bailey is probably a better quarterback at the moment.
at the moment.
He probably gives them a better chance of winning at the moment because, I mean, let's be honest now. Like, when have you seen Matt Jones throw the ball 34 times in a
Yeah,
game?
that's not his thing.
That's not his thing. So I think Bailey probably is a better fit right now at quarterback for them than actual Mac Jones. But I
Yeah.
mean, you drafted Mac Jones. Do you ride with him?
Hey,
But
fantasy wise, or are you talking about
I
Bill
mean, it's just in
Belichick?
real life.
In
In
real
real
life,
life,
hey, you drafted Bailey Zappi too, so you're not obligated to either one of them. And from what I've seen in a very limited amount of games, Zappi's looking real good. So
Zappy's
I
looking.
would
But
not be
in
mad if they replace. Okay, I'm looking. I got one eye down here on the game while I'm
me
talking.
too.
I need.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a touchdown going to DeAndre Hopkins. It doesn't seem like it's happening. But back to the point. Zappy is looking really good. I would not be surprised if Mac Jones does not get that, or he gets that job and he's on very thin ice, very little
Well,
room to go back
does this remind you of a Tom Brady situation when Tom Brady took the job
from Drew
when the
Bledsoe.
quarterback got from Drew Bledsoe when he got hurt
Very much so.
and he never seen it again?
Hey, you got to, and it's the same coach, so I
Yep.
would not
So
be surprised if we saw that same result. So
reminds you of that situation. I'm just saying.
yes.
Hey, definitely. So I don't know. For me, I like him.
Yeah.
I think he should start, but they going back with Mac Jones this week. I think is a bad idea. I think a better upside with him in the game, but I could be wrong though. What am I know? I don't know much.
You should say. I will agree with you there.
Yeah, much. But hey, who am
You
I?
know enough
I'm
though.
just writing it. Yeah, of course. But other than that, I think Matt Ryan did really well.
Yeah.
A bounce back game because he played like trash the week before that. Um, he said no chance.
Welcome, Angelo.
No
Folks
chance.
coming in gunning.
No chance. That's funny. But
Yeah,
we got some running backs. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Running backs this week wasn't great.
that's because you don't have Ramondre Stevenson in any of your lineups.
Whatever. It won't great. Zappy back to the bench.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think he will be, but I don't know
I
how
think
long
he's
he
going back to the
stays.
he's going back to the bench.
Yeah,
But I just feel like at the end of the day,
yeah,
he gives them a better chance. If you want to throw the football, because Mac Jones to me is very limited. He's Jimmy Garoppolo-ish,
yeah.
very much, in my opinion. Like he's a young version of Jimmy Garoppolo. He only gonna take you but so far. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think either one of us were big on Mac Jones, and
yeah.
quite frankly, I'm not really convinced the Patriots are that big on him either. He was in a Pro Bowl last year, but we said that was sort of a circumstance of injury. He
Yep.
at this point in his career, he's easily replaceable. But I agree. I think Zappy's on the bench for now, but they looking at him differently. I will say that.
Well, I mean, Belichick came out and they asked him. He was like, "So,
Yeah.
is Mac Jones getting his job back when he come back?" He was like, "I don't know. We'll see."
Mm.
That's not
But
confidence
but
coming.
but at the same time, that's Belichick. When has Belichick ever gave a straight answer on
Never, but
on
still,
anything?
like,
So
we don't know if I don't know if he's going to be my starter.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I say this for people in fantasy. If you picked up Zappy in
Keep
any
him.
league, I would keep him on the bench, even when he
Keep him
gets
on the
hurt, because
bench.
you never know. He might come
Yeah,
back. He might come back. So you don't have love for running backs this week. How about your
I
guy
do.
Kamara?
I do. I
What up?
got love. I
Okay.
just said it was a very strange week. I mean, but you got to also think a lot of the running backs are
Yeah.
on bye. This was on bye last week, so this week they all coming back. So, but I got Kendrick Drake
Mm-hmm.
out of nowhere, 10 carries, 119
Yeah.
yards,
No one saw
and a
that one coming.
touchdown. Brees Hall, 20 carries, 116. I love Brees Hall, by the way,
Yeah.
and a touchdown. And then you got Kyler Murray, 10 carries, 100 yards. Alvin Kamara, 19 carries, 99 yards. Kenneth Walker, 21 carries, 79 yards.
Yeah.
97.
Hey,
So it
Kenneth.
wasn't a big week.
KW3. I had him in one of my lineups, and I appreciate the love. I hope he continues that.
He should. I
Yeah.
mean, they
Once Rashad Penny
definitely.
went out, I was like, it's Kenny Walker's season. Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he always got to rebuke me. That's
Yo, Patriots. Hey, the Patriots. They care very little who the quarterback is. That's
that,
another thing. They do what they do regardless. We got a question, Carla, about the defenses in the league. Yeah, there's not a lot of good defenses in the women. Here are your top choices. The Raiders, that's a no. The Titans, that's a no to the no. The Bears, I made the mistake of playing the Bears last week.
don't do that.
Don't do it to yourself. We got
Please
the
don't.
Giants. Geez, who else is available in that league?
The Giants been pretty steady.
Mm.
The Giants been steady
I don't know if I
lately.
trust them against Jacksonville.
I mean, did Jacksonville do well last week? I don't think so.
True. Here's a out of the box thought. A team that's available is the Washington Commanders, who put up a good performance against the Bears a week ago.
It's the Bears.
But yeah, that was gonna be my follow up was, but it was the Bears, so I don't know
It's
how
the
much you can put
Bears.
into that.
Oh.
Green Bay's offense has been suspect, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the one potential reason you might go out there. But honestly, I don't see a team. I don't see much of a team. Her Eagles defense is on her bye this week. Ugh. Of
Mm,
those teams listed, who do you like the most? Or do you like? Is it the Giants? Is that your pick?
I mean, the Giants, they're not bad on defense, but I mean, it ain't really that many great defenses this week, so you're gonna have to pick one. I don't like Washington's defense, so I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna
I'm
go
not a
there.
huge fan of them
Wa-
either. But I
So,
bring them up because they had a good game, and Green Bay's offense has been very suspect. Maybe
but
they have a
I've
chance
been
to look
saying,
good.
I've been saying
You,
that. I said it all. I said that.
yes, you did.
I'm just
You get
saying.
credit.
I'm just. I told you they was gonna struggle,
Yeah.
and they might actually. Washington, I take that back. Washington might be a good defense because
Mm.
the receivers they have no receivers right now.
Yeah.
Like they down to two receivers
Yeah.
like at the moment. But
Or you go with my Raiders. That's
please don't go with your Raiders. Your Raiders is not a good defense, man.
Hey, they are the top projected team of those that are available, and Damian Pierce
Okay.
is gonna. By the way, it's time for a good running back against the Raiders. So let me put in my ad. Put in Damian. You should already know. Put in Damian Pierce,
Dan
but
Pierce.
put in Damian Pierce for one heck of a week.
And
He's
your
gonna.
mom said the Jets
Yeah,
are a good. The Jets are a good play this week, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. The Jets were. The Jets aren't available in that league though. Not that I see.
She might have the Jets already.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think the Jets are out there. But yeah, I'll double check to make sure I'm not looking at it wrong. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. Then Carlos also not trusting Washington. They're a hard team. That's why I preface it saying out of the box.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, but you
It's
gotta trust
very
one
out
of
of the
those.
box.
You gotta trust one of them defenses.
But who do you trust more, the Washington team, or do you trust the Giants against the Jaguars more? I guess because those are probably your. Well, here's another. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the league, and if I am reading this correctly, yeah, the Jets are already taken, so that's not an option. That would have been a good option, but it's not. I'm actually playing the Jets as one of my defenses this week, but yeah, they're
I
not
mean,
available.
this is the thing. Trevor Lawrence is prone to throwing interceptions, a lot of them. So it's not a bad choice.
Yeah,
But Green Bay ain't been playing well. You might catch that Green Bay team that just ain't been playing well. They ain't been running the ball well. They ain't been throwing the ball well. So you could catch Washington play well
yeah,
this week. It's just a toss up this week because a lot of good defenses are on
on
bye.
by
So
exactly.
so you got to play one of them.
It's a tough week, but here's my advice I give on defenses. For the most part, they don't matter, especially
Interchangeable.
with standard scoring. That they're not gonna do too much. Now, I know of a person who remained nameless who had a defense that did negative points, and that's where your defense will hurt you when they start.
Sure does.
So yeah,
Sorry.
I wonder who that person was. But when your defense takes away points, it matters. But for the most part, for standard scoring, you're not going to see really big differences amongst the defenses. So, like you say, Carla, pray about it, pick one out of a hat, and it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah.
Gamble on the Washington football team. There we go. I'm going to say they surprise. Plus, they better play
He
well.
said,
They better play well because they don't have well, not that Carson Wentz is great, but they're running Taylor Heinicke out there.
yeah.
So that defense is
I don't
better
know, man.
step up.
Heineken might be better than him. The way he's been throwing that ball around.
Would not be.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Tell you that.
I with you. That's someone who probably should lose their job.
Oh yeah, they need to get a quarterback really quick. But they're not they own too much money, so they ain't getting rid of him this year. So
yeah,
not happening.
Cool. Wide receivers of note.
Let's go. Tyreek Hill, 12 receptions, 177. Big game. Stephon Diggs, 10 receptions, 148 and a touchdown. I got to get Stephon Diggs 1 year. At least 1 year. And I'm going to try to get him next year.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman Jr., 13 receptions,
welcome
134.
Back, Michael Pittman.
Jamar Chase, welcome back, 7 receptions, 132, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 6 receptions, 129, no touchdowns. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the same field are grabbing 100+ yards a game and 6 or more targets a game. And this is not even with 2.
And I was about to say that. And this is like no matter who the quarterback is. They're still getting it. I'm stunned. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew that offense would be good, but they are unbelievably good.
I wish we can get the coach back because we need him as our offensive coordinator again. The way we playing, jeez.
Welcome, Catherine Bracey, to the show. We got like half the WFFL in the house. Good to see y'all tonight.
Jeez.
Yo, if we're mixing in tight ends with our wide receivers like we normally do, let's get some love to Gesicki, who not only had 2 touchdowns, but he had a much improved Gritty.
No, he didn't. Stop it.
No,
he didn't. No,
it's better than the first one. It was better than the first one.
I'm glad he said that he's done doing it. He's gonna leave it at home. He's just gonna do it at home because there's no way that he need to do that on live TV or anywhere they playing. He just need to leave it to the people that know how to do it. That's all I'm saying.
I liked it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw him hit it again.
No.
I appreciate as a rhythmless person. I appreciate him putting himself out there.
Not.
It was beautiful.
Please, no, he don't. Yeah. He need to leave it alone.
But
stop.
He needs to stop while he's on top. Yes.
I mean, if you score a touchdown, just get a ball to the ref like normal people do, and just go about your business. We don't need you, or give it to a lineman or something to spike it. Something. Don't gritty. Okay. We don't need you gritty.
All right. Apparently, Carla agrees that gritty was no good. I'll be in my lone wolf pack of one, saying it was good. Me and Gesicki going to the club. We dancing our gritties.
We don't
both looking awful. Any good NFL news you want to talk about?
I mean, let's talk about we was talking earlier before the show came on about What were we saying? I forgot what we was talking about. We was talking about. I'm having a brain fart right now.
The news we
To
were
be
talking
honest.
about before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we was offline.
all the news was trade demands. Why do I see Angelo's going to Miami and I didn't even get an invitation? That's cool. I hope you have fun uh, watching that, Jugger. Trade demands and trade bait is out there. CMC for one. People talking about he might the Panthers might be trying to make some move that they've got CMC out there. We got Elijah Moore demanding a trade.
I want to talk
Yeah,
about Elijah Moore a little bit.
go for it.
Elijah Moore in his first year was, I would call it a success, because as a rookie, if you can
Yeah,
get 800-900 yards, oh gosh, eight 900 yards, watching the game.
I missed the touchdown.
Oh no,
No.
yeah, it's an interception, but um, that's good for you though.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Pick six. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, that's crazy. But so
Yeah,
he had about 900 yards, I think, but now he's not getting targeted. But they're not blaming the quarterback for some reason, because the
yeah.
quarterback only throws for 109 yards in a game.
Uh huh.
So I'm trying to figure out, because a lot of people blaming, they're saying that he is complaining
Yeah,
because he's not getting the football, acting like a diva, that sort of thing. But the quarterback got to get him the ball too at the same time.
mm-hmm.
So wouldn't you say something to the quarterback too? Because the quarterback got to have a part of that, right? Am I missing something here?
I mean, he's a wide receiver, so quarterback plays a very important part in his success. Um, are you really seeing a lot of, because Garrett Wilson came in, like you said, he was a good pick last year. He had a really good year, high pick they put on wide
Yeah,
receivers, and then they put in Garrett Wilson. So you would think it'd be enough for two wide receivers on that team to both prosper at the same time, but it ain't really been. But their offense, it's not like that offense they're winning because their offense has been lights out.
it's been a
So
defense.
yeah,
It's been a running game.
exactly. And
Yeah,
so it's the Brees Hall show. I feel two things. One, your second year is way too early to be demanding a trade.
that's
For
true.
me, it's like, okay, you just got on the team, but at the same time, I kind of feel his gripe a little bit. But I also say you're on the Jets, so you know
You
how
own
much
the
how much
Jets.
how much did you expect to really do in that team? From a fantasy football perspective, though, do you think he would benefit those that have, if you still have Elijah Moore on your team, which I
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend unless he's on your bench? Do you think he
Um,
benefits from a trade no matter where he goes?
Green Bay, I
Oh,
think
that would
he'll
be
fit perfect in Green Bay
that.
for me. Because Green Bay needs
They need a
receivers.
wide. They drafted a couple, but it ain't working so far. So that would
They
be an
can't stay
intriguing
healthy.
place.
And I think him coming in, Elijah Moore coming in, would probably, because he would come in ahead of those guys because he's been in the league a year before them,
All right,
and he knows the NFL. Of course, they're a little bit better than them, but I think Elijah Moore would be great in Green Bay
I
if
can
you
see
can
that.
gain the trust of Aaron Rodgers. I think he'll be great in there because he's a young. He can grow with him for the next 2 3 years or whatever, and go from there. But I think at the end of the day, getting them there will be good. But like you say, is it too early to ask for a trade? Maybe he should have kind of went to the coach a little bit first. They already said they're not going to trade him,
Yeah,
but
I mean, why
he should
would
have
you?
went to the coach first.
He in his rookie contract. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie Anderson got traded. He was out here getting in the coach's face, so they got rid of him pretty quick.
And he,
So
yeah, in all the trades I mentioned, that's one that actually went through. And
yeah,
not well, I didn't expect a whole lot from him tonight, but yeah, so far tonight, he might as well have been on the car on the Panthers.
yeah, because
The way
he
line's
not even
going.
doing anything for
They
real.
said they
So
might have a couple of packages for him, but not too much work.
no,
But with Rondale Moore, maybe that works out well for him.
yeah.
Um,
I
um,
mean, even with the CMC thing,
yeah,
they need to trade CMC for a bunch of stuff. because they don't have anything. They got
Yeah.
a solid defense, but Baker Mayfield's not cutting it. I'm pretty sure Sam Donald is not going to cut it,
You know.
and I'm pretty sure PJ Walker is not going to cut it.
No.
So
Is there a team with
personally,
three worse quarterbacks? Probably not.
oh my gosh! But my thing is, if I was
Yeah.
them, I would hold on to him and let him play with the rookie that's coming back
Yeah.
from injury from injury next year, and just see what you got. You don't get rid of him. I wouldn't trade him personally.
What I
Man,
find
my
interesting is, if you believe rumors, that the highest they've received is a third round pick for CMC, probably because of fear
injury
of
his,
injury history.
injury history, yeah.
But
Which
still,
I
I'm
agree with him.
surprised it's that low. But if that's the best offer they have, then
Hold on to him.
I hold on to them. I'm not,
Yeah.
and you see what happens with it. On Carla mentions Tom Brady. We were talking about him a little bit before the show
Mm-hmm.
as well, yelling at his offensive line, talking about military deployments. Tom Brady is not having quite the season.
Yeah.
This ain't been his year.
But Tom Brady always yelling at somebody. But they'll look at it as Tom Brady being Tom Brady. But the moment somebody else yells at somebody on another team, then that guy is out of line and he shouldn't be. Is it at another pick? Oh my gosh.
See, your
Jeez.
your game is a few seconds ahead of mine because, yep, 3 picks. That's right. Put in
God
Jameis.
dang.
Put it. Can somebody call down and let the Saints know? Put in my man Jameis. He's sitting
Oh
there on the
my gosh.
sideline.
He is terrible. My gosh.
But don't we already know Andy Dalton's
Andy
terrible?
Dalton is terrible, dog. This is
Like,
crazy. He is terrible. Yeah, he need to get benched.
if Jameis is healthy and
He's the emergency
he's
quarterback. They
been
might as well bring him in
supposedly
the game.
healthy enough to play the last 2 weeks. He's been active the last 2 weeks. Get him in because hey, the problem with Jameis is Jameis throws too many picks. That's number three.
That's number three
That's number three,
in the
and we're
first
not
half.
we're not even in halftime yet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the first half.
Jameis in the game. It can't help me now since the game's already started. But get my
Lord
man
have
Jameis in this
mercy.
game because this is ridiculously
This is
awful.
crazy.
But I'm
All
loving it
right.
though because I want.
It's-
This is exactly what I wanted to see. So
I
this,
mean, but I mean, back to the Tom thing.
yeah,
Tom, and then Tom went on to apologize
yeah,
about this stuff. But at the end of the day, Tom's going to get away with it
because he's the
because
greatest of all times.
he's Tom Brady. So they're going to allow him to do and say whatever he wants. But the moment, just throw a quarterback out there. They're killing Russ right now.
But rightfully so. But continue with
I
your
mean,
point.
they're killing Russ for just going out there saying, go Broncos, go Broncos. Russ, you shouldn't be saying that because we ain't winning games, but Tom Brady can go out there and say whatever he wants to say and go from there. But I think it's crazy. I don't know.
You know, our producer is about to leave football and go watch the Astros in the Yankees game. I'm not mad at her because I kind of interested in that one myself. If you don't know by now, I'm a big Yankees hater. And so the fact that they lost the first game and they're down in this one, 3-2. Let's go Astros. Let's go Dusty Baker. But yeah, but I'm just enjoying the fact that we actually have touchdowns this game.
Yeah, this game is
Yeah.
way better than the last ones.
Keisha says, "What do y'all think about Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle?" We mentioned Jalen Waddle earlier. Love Jalen Waddle. I'm upset because I had Jalen Waddle on a couple of teams last year, and I was too slow on the trigger, and I have him in 0. I knew I was going to get Jamar Chase this year because Jamar Chase, he was a first-round pick, and I have a thing about wide receivers in the first round. I do it, and I kind of wish I had done it more this year, the way it's worked out. But Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle, they're two really good young wide receivers, so they're both wins, big wins.
I like both of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be honest with you, change my strategy next year a little bit on how I draft because I mean the way if you think about it, the way the league is going,
Yeah.
wide receivers are more valuable, in my opinion, now than actual running backs because it's not a lot of running backs like after you're probably 10. running backs your top 10, it goes downhill pretty quick.
Yeah.
But with receivers, you have a bunch of
And
them.
this year, even faster than that, because
Oh
the
gosh,
ones
yes.
in the top have been either injured or very much underperforming.
Yep.
Whether it's Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift,
Yeah.
all of these are top guys, and none of them are giving top performances this year. So,
Nope.
hey, this is we mentioned before the zero running back strategy. This was the year to be in it if you got the right wide receivers
Yeah.
for your squad. But I'm hoping these running backs will do some more work. Later in the second, especially Najee Harris. I really need him to do well. Starting this week against the Dolphins. So hopefully Najee Harris outperforms Jalen Waddle.
I think Najee actually picks it up.
Yeah.
Actually with the quarterback coming in now, I think he picks it up. He picked it up last week actually, and he got a touchdown. So I think he picks it up this week, pretty much. So I see him playing well down the stretch, to be honest with you. So I think that's good for those guys. So I got some pick ones.
All right, but before you do, since we're on news, this is not NFL news at all, but I see people talking about some high school football in the chat, which gives me a great opportunity to mention Missy Elliott getting a street named after her in Portsmouth, Virginia. Hey,
she got the key to the city too.
She got the. I mean, yeah. What wouldn't you give her? She's a star. Manor High School representing. I used to teach there when it was called Wilson, and so she actually came to the school while I was teaching, but I didn't get to see her because they had me in a stupid classroom teaching kids. So foolishness.
Well, congrats.
But congrats to Missy anyway.
Congrats to her getting that. But yeah.
Yeah. So what do you got on your pick ones, my friend?
Kenyon Drake or Latavius Murray?
Kenyon Drake or Latavius Murray. I tell you the truth, I don't think either. I'm gonna do a Rodney on this one.
Don't do me. Oh no.
I'm gonna do a Rodney on this one and say neither one.
No, don't do me now.
But if I gotta pick betwixt the two, I'm not I'm not touched. Even as the top dog, I think Latavius Murray ended up with like 7 or 8 fantasy football points. So I'm not touching him. I'm not touching that Broncos, but I'm not touching anything in Denver except for Cortland Sutton. And I'm not too thrilled about that one. So given those choices, I'm gonna hope for Kenyon Drake to make a repeat performance, but I wouldn't hope Kenyon Drake is on my bench, but that's about as far as he can get.
Okay.
Who you got between them?
Neither one.
Oh, see.
You can't pull what I pull. I'm the only one that can do that. I mean, I can say neither one. You know, I don't like either one of them, to be personal with you, but I'm not a Kenyon Drake fan. I'm not a Latavius Murray fan. I mean, there are guys that they might have a good couple of runs, but they're not going to have a good game.
And that's the main thing I feel about any of them. They're not consistent.
Yes.
And for me, for my fantasy football team,
I need consistency. I need somebody that's going to be.
I know you're not going to always give me your best performance, but I need your floor to be high enough that I'm at least going to end up with like somewhere around 10-ish points.
Yes.
Between the two. I got one for you. Are you going with Josh Palmer or Braxton Berrios? With the stipulation that you get special teams points.
I'm still going Josh Palmer.
Okay.
Quarterback better.
Quarterback is way better.
Quarterback is better.
But Braxton Berrios is quarterback independent because he gets like maybe 1 catch a game, if that.
But he may not get no return yards either. That's kind of
that's based 100% what you're counting on.
I mean, if you're counting on him getting 100 return yards, that's not enough to make you go say, wow, I need to put him in the lineup. At least Palmer will be like, get 4 or 5 catches a game, especially with Keenan Allen deciding never to play football. I'm just saying. I mean, geez, he never wants to come out and play anymore. So
he's maybe playing this week.
Okay.
and for that reason, I'm going Braxton Berrios. I actually picked up Braxton Berrios in one of my leagues and played him last week out of desperation, and he came up with like 14 points. And he's been
Okay.
consistent on a weekly basis with around 10 to 15 ish points.
Okay.
And Josh Palmer, from week 1 to last week, I would have said 100%. But I'm crossing my finger. This is kind of my own hope because I have Keenan Allen in more than a couple of leagues.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
once he comes back, I think you see less Josh Palmer success.
I mean, of course you will,
and
but
so
the
for
thing
that
is,
reason, I'm going Braxton Berrios.
I hope for you
Yeah.
that you get him back and he plays. The problem is he's not even playing this week because he said he might wait for the bye week to come back.
He might.
So
I'm hoping
trying
he
to.
plays this week.
Oh, he already said he's not playing. He said,
was it definite? Because I heard him say he. You might have more recent news, but I heard him talking about not. There's a chance, but
anytime he was supposed to play last week.
No, he said outright. They said he wasn't playing, but
no, they scratched him the game.
A
couple of hours before the game.
Yeah, but
he practiced limited the whole week.
Yeah.
You could try and put him in the lineup. It's not going to work. That's like saying Michael Thomas is going to play. Michael Thomas scared to see the field
Michael
too.
Thomas may never play again either.
I don't understand it.
Keenan Allen has been very disappointing, but maybe once they say because Keenan Allen, for those that's been playing a while, he had a injury problem for many years in a row.
Many years
in a row. And then he's had this really long streak of being really healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So when they had that hamstring at the beginning of the season, I was like, oh no, please no, not again. And yeah.
He hasn't played since.
He has not played since. And well, I say this. Since it looks like he might not play this week, maybe you go back to Josh Palmer for another week. But on the course of a season, I still stand by Braxton Berrios as my pick.
I mean, not after Elijah Moore coming out saying he need more receptions.
Braxton Berrios doesn't get receptions. He is simply the most consistent special teams player in the NFL. That's what he is.
Okay, Devin Duvernay is a return specialist, right?
But he gets the ball.
He had 5 points last week.
But I'm not talking about Devin Duvernay.
I'm just saying it's the same thing, though.
Go look at a Braxton Berrios game log and look at him week to week performance. Braxton is putting up numbers.
Well,
In
I'm
fact,
gonna check him.
I'm gonna go. I'm stepping up another level. I picked Braxton Berrios over Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, and throw in Corey Davis, every wide receiver, because he is the only wide receiver on that team that is quarterback independent.
That's true.
So
I will give you that. I mean, because anytime your quarterback is only throwing for 100 yards,
this is my point.
I mean, I give you that, but still, what if they don't never kick the ball to him? If that's the case, if they don't kick the ball to him, he's not getting points nowhere.
Once they start doing that, then I change my opinion. But so far, they still kick. I'm surprised, actually, now that you mentioned it, they don't do that.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
If you go back to, there's so many examples you could use where people just stop kicking to return special. But I guess he's good enough that they don't try that strategy. Right? What was it? Devin Hester, for instance.
They swift kick the ball. They don't kick him. They don't give him. Come on, man. They kick it out of bounds. I mean, come on.
Good stuff. Apparently, Nita's giving me a pass on being a Yankees and LeBron James hater. I'm cool with it.
Me too. I mean, we both LeBron James haters, so you gotta dislike. You gotta give us a pass on both of that. I'm not a baseball
You're not her
fan,
nephew, so you might not get that same luxury. But
I don't care about that.
But I would risk being on the bad list if it meant I get to keep my hate for LeBron and the Yankees. But I will say, at least for LeBron, I will miss him when he retires 10 years from now. because he was obviously great for the game. But
no, he won't.
But while he's in the league, I hate his guts. There you go.
I'm not going to miss him. Nobody's going to miss him. I'm not missing him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think he ruined the game in a lot of ways, but that's just my opinion.
I see my mom wants to let you know that she was actually at the Missy Elliott. She actually sent some pictures. And my cousin was one of Missy's teammates. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to give the thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't done so at this point, because we need the likes, we need the love.
And
Appreciate
I,
you, Carla.
I I got one for you though, and I think you'll like this one.
Uh huh.
Donnell Mooney.
Nope.
Hold up, let me finish.
All right, I say that because I have Darnell Mooney, and
Okay,
he's this close to my cut list. But go ahead,
okay.
give me my options.
Or Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool, because
Ooh, okay.
Darnell Mooney again is on my cut list.
Okay.
I'm looking at one of my rosters. In fact, I tell you, it was the barbershop. I was
Okay.
looking at it today, and I was like, I think Darnell Mooney has to go. And one of the people I was considering replacing him with is Braxton Berrios, because Darnell Mooney is just so frustrating. I'm giving him another week, maybe two, because
You've been giving, you, you've been giving
the
them
start.
weeks.
Yes, I'm getting. He has this 2 weeks
You've been
notice.
giving them weeks.
There's a pink slip in my office for
Oh
Darnell Mooney.
gosh, you've been giving them weeks for weeks, Lord. You've been giving them.
Because just they're starting to let Justin Fields throw the ball a little bit more, a little bit more, and so I'm hoping he got Darnell Mooney got the most targets or receptions of the season just a week ago. I wanted more. He almost had a touchdown at the end of that game. I wish he had gotten it, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Chase Claypool just for the fact of I like their quarterback situation. And as
Okay.
anemic as that Steelers offense has been, it
Okay.
ain't as bad as the Bears offense, which is not an offense at all.
Okay, I get. I mean, that's cool. I'm going Claypool myself.
Uh huh.
I just feel like their season has been similar.
Yeah,
If you really think about it, it's been similar.
I give you that.
I think Donnell Mooney is a really good receiver.
I
To be
give you
honest
that
with
as
you,
well.
I think Donnell Mooney is a bad situation. I think Justin Fields is in a bad situation. To be honest with you, I think if they would have got an offensive-minded coach,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a better team. I think Donnell Mooney would be a better player. Justin Fields would be a better
Just
player.
way better.
I just think the whole organization from top, the front office messed up by going to get a defensive-minded coach when they should have got an offensive-minded coach. Did not help in Justin Fields at all, to be honest with you. So at the end of the day, I like Mooney. I think Mooney, if he had a better situation, I ain't gonna say quarterback, because I like Justin
Right.
Fields. But if he had a better situation, I think he would be really good. Because he did it last year, and I don't
And
know
that's you took my next point I was gonna make. Like just a year ago, with the same Justin
don't.
Fields.
Yeah, I don't understand it. So is it really the coach? Was it the coach last year, or
I hate to come to Matt Nagy's defense.
I'm saying, come on now,
I
was it Matt Nagy?
I refuse to come to Matt Nagy's defense and say he was a good coach. He was still awful, but sadly better than
But Matt
anything
Nagy,
we're getting this week.
he had Justin Fields playing way better last year than he is this
But
year.
Matt Nagy's an offensive guy, and so
That's what I'm saying. They should have brought in an offensive guy in
yeah,
instead of going to get. They didn't need a defensive coordinator to come be their head coach. The
yeah,
defense is already good, or good enough anyway.
yeah.
They needed an offensive-minded coach. This is an offensive league. This is not a defensive league. Sorry.
They not only need an offensive minded coach, they need offensive players because
Yes.
they don't have a lot.
They didn't.
Of that
They
in
didn't
the Bears.
invest in O line. They didn't invest in the O line. They got Montgomery. I love Montgomery.
Yeah,
I do. But at the end of the day, Montgomery's the only thing you have.
and according to some, maybe not even that because he's hurt quite a bit, and Khalil Herbert's
About to take
not
that spot.
not that bad.
So yeah.
Yo, I got one for you for those that are in desperate need of quarterbacks this week. Who are you starting? Davis Mills, who goes against the Las Vegas Raiders, or are you starting Daniel Jones?
I'm going Davis Mills because the Raiders defense is complete. Anybody, you know how JJ will come up here and say, if you need your running back to go off, and they playing the Raiders, you start him. It's the
That is a
same
true
thing with
statement.
it's the same thing with the quarterback. I mean, the quarterback they have the tend to have a really good game against the Raiders, no matter what whoever playing against them. But I'm just saying, I'm going Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills has a good game against the Raiders. I don't like Daniel Jones.
Here's
Daniel
my
Jones
yeah.
terrible in
I don't
my
like.
opinion. so,
Just to preface it, I said for those that are really desperate at quarterback,
mhm.
and this would mainly be if you're in a 2 quarterback league. If you're in a 1 quarterback league, you've got to have some better options. I would pray. Um, but if I'm with you. I don't like either one of these quarterbacks. Like,
Mhm.
and here's the sad part. I I have both of these quarterbacks in the 2 quarterback league, which is kind of where this question comes from. Um, if I have to pick between those two, and Kenny Pickett looks like he might save me from having to pick, as long as because Mike Tomlin is saying Kenny Pickett's going to start if he's the
Yeah.
starter. So I'm thinking I don't have to make this choice, but it's one I've been contemplating. If I have to start Daniel Jones or Davis Mills, I think I go Daniel Jones. and,
I'm not going.
and here's the only reason why. I 100% agree with you about the Raiders as far as the running backs are concerned, because I say it
Mhm.
all the time. I think, and this is something Lovey Smith said, he needs to make sure Damian Pierce gets the ball at least 20 times a game, which I think leaves fewer opportunities for Davis Mills to be successful for fantasy football. One of the guys that we've loved for years is Brandon Cooks, and Brandon Cooks is having like one of the worst seasons in
See,
recent
but I don't.
years. So I
I
think
don't.
that offense is geared more towards running than passing, and that hurts Davis Mills' chance to be successful. And not that the Giants are a passing juggernaut either, but he at least has Saquon Barkley there who can catch out the backfield and boost some Daniel Jones numbers. So I'm gonna
See,
go
but
Daniel Jones, but I'm
I
with
don't
you. I
look
don't
at it
like
that
either one.
way. I look at it if you're telling me
Uh huh.
Daniel Pierce need to get 20 carries. Just look at it this way.
Yeah,
Okay, and Daniel Pierce is a really good running back.
he's a very very good running back.
So if he gets 20 carries and he's breaking that eight in the box,
Mm-hmm.
because that's typically what they're doing. If they know, okay, Daniel Pierce can get 20 carries, we're gonna throw eight in the box. We're gonna force Davis Mills to pass the football.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have seen Davis Mills be successful and throw for 300 yards, no matter what.
We have
We've
seen
seen
it.
that. We've seen
It's
that.
happened.
So if he can at least break the eight in the box, and they're gonna have to at least be okay. Daniel Pierce back there, we got to be cautious of him.
Mm-hmm.
He can have a good game. Daniel Jones, on the other hand, I don't know. We all know
Well, can we at least agree that the best player on both of those teams are the
it's
running
the running
backs?
back.
Yeah,
Yes, I would agree on that. I would definitely,
yeah,
but that's Saquon had a really bad first half last week where he had
yeah.
what 5 yards, and then he had 70 something yards in the second half. So it's you'll be playing from behind obviously with Daniel Jones, but Davis Mills might can give you more this week because they do play y'all. Let's be honest now. I mean, come on
Well,
now.
I say this: if I'm gonna pick over under as my standard for the game, the over under is higher for the
Hmm.
Vegas Texas game.
Yeah,
I could see the Jacksonville Jaguars Giants game being a lot lower scoring. The over under the totals are close,
yeah,
but yeah, you're probably I would say you're more likely to see points in the Vegas Texas game, which would be a
of
point
course.
for Davis Mills. So
Yeah, you got it. I mean, for me, that's where I'm going. I'm going Davis. I'm playing Davis Mills
yeah,
in the Dynasty League. So I don't have no choice, by the way, but
I'm about
still.
to say by choice or by
Yeah.
week
I
demand.
mean, I
Yeah,
don't have a choice. Even if it was bye weeks, I still wouldn't have a choice because right now it's Dynasty. There's no quarterbacks available in that league right now anyway. So that's just, me. But
yeah,
that's where I'm going. And it's going to be tough this week, obviously,
yeah,
with bye weeks. So you're going to have to play certain players anyway,
yeah.
regardless, whether you want to or not. I was going to ask one more, but obviously he's playing right now. But Rondale Moore or Wendell Robinson, who had a good week
Yeah.
last.
That would have been a really good one, and I pretend this game isn't happening,
Yes.
and I would have said Wendell Robinson only because D Hop is back. I see Nita asks who has him. I have D Hop. I need a touchdown in the second half. He's doing decent as far as yards are concerned, so he
Okay.
should be getting me some points. But because D Hop is back,
Hmm.
man, you can say D Hop is back, but Hollywood is out, and maybe that leaves it
Yeah.
the same. I think Rondell Moore is going to have a good year. I'm more interested in seeing how that goes once they work uh, Robbie
Roddy Anderson.
Robbie Anderson in the mix. I think Rondell Moore is better. So
I
I
think
think
Rondé Moore is better.
yeah.
Um, I think Robbie Anderson is probably going to be that stretch. He's going to be used more like he was
When he was with the Jets
when he was
or
with the Jets, where he just do a straight go
yeah.
and we're going to throw you the football type thing. Because I don't think he runs really crisp routes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think he's more of he's a blazer that can take the top off. So that's probably Rondell Moore runs routes, intermediate routes inside. So I think he'll be more of a player that you can use more. This guy Andy Dalton is looking horrible right
I
now.
was about to comment. It's like, can you believe that the
God,
Saints came back with Andy Dalton after that first half?
gee,
I'm gonna say it right now. If Jameis Winston had thrown 3 interceptions in that first half, he would not be starting the second half of this
it's
game.
crazy.
This is bull. This is complete bull. But I wish nothing but misery and woe for the Saints until they put Jameis back in the lineup.
Yo,
So there you go.
This kid is good. That kid is good. That rookie receiver.
Oh, Olave? Yeah.
Olave is good, bro.
Somebody in this room has Olave, and the name is not Jasper. So, yeah.
Olave is good.
Yeah, Olave
Man, he's good.
is really good. So I'm mad I didn't. Well, if I had known Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry would be hurt the whole season, I probably would have gone for Olave a little bit more.
Olave is definitely good.
Because I was like, he's going to be the third option, and no, he's not. He's the first option.
Well, they got Taysom Hill coming in and out. This is an ugly situation, to be honest with you. Lord have mercy. Jeez.
We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
But yep, I don't have any other ones.
I don't either. That's all I got. I do want to let the people know tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I got like another week left. Next week may be my last week for a while. My wife is having this baby probably on Friday night, Saturday morning, typical probably around that time. So I'm gonna take some time off.
Yes, for a great reason.
Yes, so it's probably gonna be about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe somewhere around there. But yeah, next week will probably be the last week I'll be up here for another 3 weeks, and I got a baby boy coming in the world. So
yes, a future Raiders fan coming in.
No,
so
not even. No.
We'll see where it goes.
We're not doing that. He's gonna be dripped in Niner gear. Stop playing. Yeah. Don't you worry. He already got a Niner hat and some Niner socks. This is what we do. This guy is terrible. My gosh. Woo. But yeah, definitely gonna miss y'all while I'm out.
Oh yeah.
But my guy gonna hold the fort down. That's what I do. I might sneak in though. Who knows?
We might see a few guest appearances over the next week. We won't leave y'all completely hanging. even if we're not here, we'll be here with you, and we just stay tuned, and we'll let you know what's going on. But I miss you, of course, but I'm still gonna bother you from time to time, whether we're on the show or not.
Yeah,
I know we'll you'll be greatly missed, but we can't think of a better reason to not see your face.
Yeah, so I might jump in there I don't know if I can kind of get in there. I'll probably just
between
jump in
diaper changes and formula.
Yeah.
that ain't nothing wrong. Carlos Segon, future
not happening.
Steelers fan.
No,
hey, maybe
not in this house. No,
Mike Tomlin.
No.
He's from the area.
It's not happening, bro.
All right.
I'm trying to tell you. Like he gonna be a Niners fan. He gonna be watching. Look, he's gonna.
Everybody sends gear, baby stuff from every team except the 49ers.
No,
Do your part. Send Chiefs stuff.
no,
Send Raiders
not
stuff.
even.
Really make him mad. Send Seahawks stuff and Rams stuff.
No. Let me tell you something. He's gonna come next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday to follow. He's gonna be watching a Niner game with me, sitting on the couch, bro. Don't even worry about it. So
someone's talking about LeBron fans. Oh no, we will both stop that from happening.
yeah, LeBron can't even be mentioned in my house. You better ask my daughter. My daughter be like, LeBron is the greatest. I say, no, he ain't. No, don't worry about it. No.
You get 2 weeks punishment just for you
no,
going
LeBron
there. No,
can't even come in my house. Not even.
I'm about to ban Nita from the show. No.
But I'm definitely gonna miss y'all.
Yeah, you'll be missed.
Like I say, next week probably is gonna be the last. But I definitely miss y'all. It's been a tough week this week. That's why we're doing it tonight, because I've been ripping and running Monday and Tuesday with some stuff. So
yes.
But definitely. So
always family first, then football.
Yeah. So,
well, I guess faith comes before family or football, but you know
that too.
That one's a given. So.
Yeah. But
faith in football. There you go.
That's all I got.
But thanks everybody again for another wonderful week. Joining us in the middle of a game, the first Thursday night game with touchdowns. So you know, it's been great having y'all. Hey, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, hit us up on social media with all your questions. Even if you don't see us on Wednesday, we will still answer questions.
Definitely.
At least I will. We'll see how many questions Rodney can get to.
I mean, I might have one hand available, so I try to type something with one hand.
But one way or the other, we'll try to help you guys out. Love y'all. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of this game, and don't forget, write letter. We got Kenny Pickett the starting job in the Steelers. Let's get Jameis Winston back in the starting lineup for the Saints, y'all. Jameis Winston all the way. Squinty doing this thing.
Oh my gosh.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace out.